Somebody else is trying to use it.
Who could be using it?
I don't know. Nobody's doing class?
Nobody.
Well, twice it kicked me off.
All right, I'll tell them what I tell me.
All right, so if it happens
It's on
again,
Instagram.
if they go to Natalie.wellness.
Natalie.wellness, okay.
All right, so we're doing a ground plie now. So we're gonna do a full ground plie, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. Now, if you are like me, you like to just drop down into your joints and collapse a little, and then lift. We won't do that. We're gonna power down and resist, and then power up and resist. So, I love a fast bar class, but if it gets too fast, you lose control. So let's not do that. All right, next time you lift up, you're gonna take one heel off the ground, you can't quite see me, and the other heel. So I'm gonna move the camera a little, but you're going one heel at a time. Move the camera a tiny bit again. So one heel at a time. So Zoom has kept me on now. And now we're going to try both heels up. Both heels and down. Heels up, heels down. While you're going heels up and down, take palms up, palms down. Heels and palms up, heels and palms down. Up, down, up, down, down. Up and hold the next time you're up. Heels are up, palms are up. You're going to make little circles with the arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Heels are still up. 1. Heels down, hands down, toes forward. Now we're going to take a little cat and cow. So cat and cow. Your hands could be on your thighs, your knees can bend, and your hips could lift and lower. Or you could take it a little more active with feet a little closer together. Arms behind you as you cow, arms in front as you cat. So cow. It's a little more quad, it's a little less stretch in your back. So if you need the back stretch, keep your hands on your thighs. And the next time your arms are back, hold it back. Come into a nice feet together Utkatasana. And we're going to sway forward. So arms are going to go forward. Arms are going to go back. Legs stay together, back stays flat. So if you can't go very low without your back rounding, keep your back upright. And now we're going to do one arm at a time. One arm. One arm. So at first, let's try to resist the rotation. When you resist rotation, your obliques engage to resist it. So resist rotating. You're going to keep doing that. I'm going to see what's happening on Zoom. I see nothing. Okay. And now we're going to let there be a little twist. So you're going to reach to one side and twist, reach to the other side and twist. Reaching back and forth. Reach. So sometimes I wonder if, I don't know what algorithm Instagram uses to find out if the music is playing. I wonder if it runs throughout, like if I start in the middle, if it'll matter. All right, next time you're to center, hold. And we're gonna do taps. You're gonna balance on your left leg, just the right leg moves. Yeah, lift your back if you need to, but keep your knees bent if you can. Tap, tap in. I'm never taking weight into this moving leg. I can do it with my back upright. I can do it pitch forward. So, if you have a playlist, Marilyn, that you want to listen to,
I don't have a playlist.
okay. I don't know what's happening on. I suspect that what happened on Zoom is that some teacher had it is signed in as us and doesn't remember they are. I've done that.
Did they leave the meeting?
Sorry?
You didn't leave the meeting? That's odd.
No, you leave the meeting, but then when you sign back in, if you you were last signed in as sporting club. Now your leg stays out. It's gonna lift, lift. I've done that. Like when I went into a school advisor meeting last week, they were like, "Who's the sporting club?" I was like, "Oh, yeah. Let me log," and I had to log out and log back in as me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna move a little bigger, so it's gonna be big tap. Right? This. Arms can move. Leg could lift. So lots of variations. I've decapitated myself on Instagram.
They know what to look like.
And the last time you land on your right foot, you're gonna stay. And left toe, toes out and in. So engage your standing leg, glute, and hamstring to hold you. If you don't feel it in the standing leg, bend a little deeper and listen to your knee. And adjust our knee a little bit today. I envy you guys at home doing this without a mask on. I find it hard to breathe with a mask.
It is hard.
So make sure the standing.
It's hard with the cloth.
I was gonna say these ones are really
I know.
Yeah.
I have one. I don't have to
All right. We're now gonna lift the leg. It's gonna go out and lift. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, and make it bigger. So this could be arm and leg, or toe tapping. So think of your leg going behind you a little more. So turn. So it's, yeah, arabesque means something to you. It's a little bit of an arabesque. Yes, that's it. And the next time, both feet are on the ground, stay. Toes go forward again. Back rounds. And back arches. This time, we're going to straighten our legs. Torso goes forward. Stretch out the hamstrings just a teensy bit. They should be a little warm, a little ready to stretch. You could let your hips go side to side a little. But then at some point, engage your quads, pull your torso forward. Your hands are on the ground or near the ground. Pull the ground of your head towards your hands. Stretch out your hamstrings. And then walk your hands to one side of your mat and take both of your feet back. We're going to do some rolls. We're not doing push-ups. So your heels are going to go to one side. Arm opens, you're in a side plank. Hands back. Take your heels separately so there's a little rotation. And then you straighten out. Back to a little rotation and straighten. So twist, lift, return, center. Twist, hand up, hand down, untwist. Next time you're on this side, we're gonna hold. So hold the side, doesn't matter, because we're gonna do the other side. You're gonna take your hand behind your head. We're gonna take a few twists here. I'm not just moving my arm, right? I'm rotating in the torso and looking back up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Hand up and twist. 10. Make sure you feel some crunch in your oblique. Your standing elbow should not be locked. 3. If it's too much on your shoulder, you could do it on a forearm or one knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down. Take a down dog. Stretch out your quads again, but lift your hips so you're lengthening through your spine. Okay. We are going to lift the right leg, but it's only going to lift until it is parallel to the ground. It's not gonna lift any higher, so we're keeping our pelvis neutral. This could also be done on a knee. So I'm gonna show the modified version first. The modified version would be left knee down, round your right knee in, extend out, right? That's the modification. Without your knee down, it's a high plank knee in. Down dog, leg parallel to the ground. Do not flare your hip. Pull your knee in, extend your leg back. 3, 4, and 5. Hold 5. We're gonna do 5 more. You can continue to do them as they are. You can take the modification with your knee down, or you can do the amplification, which is a little push up when you're here, and then leg back. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down dog, press back. Can you get both of your forearms down and keep your legs straight? So dolphin pose, a break for the wrists, and then press back onto your hands. Left leg lifts. Parallel to the ground, hips are square, knee comes in. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more maybe with the push-up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down dog, dolphin. So forearms down if you can. And then knees down. So now, once your knees drop, you're gonna turn your hands around very delicately so that your fingertips face you, so you're stretching out your wrists. Get a little rock, whatever gives you stretch in your wrists. Maybe you let your head drop, arch your neck. And then hands face forward again, so my fingers are facing forward. And pop up onto my toes, but stay in a little crouch, low crouch. Okay. So balancing on your toes, lift your arms high. I was about to say lift your knees high, but you could try to lift your knees high as well. And stay balanced. Bring your hands together towards your heart. Try to stay on your toes as you lift yourself up to stand. Lift slowly, take your time, take your time, take your time. Up on your toes at the top, and lower your hips. Very nice, okay. We're going to take a couple of vinyasas just to smooth things out. So whatever vinyasa looks like for you. It can be very traditional, or you can hold it up. So standing on your mat, take a breath in, reach your arm up. As you take it, you looked pensive, no?
Oh, there's,
Okay.
you're at a different side of your mat.
I am. I'm facing all directions.
Okay. That's all.
Roll your shoulders back, stretch out your chest. When your arms reach back, use that arm movement to stretch out your chest. When your fingers reach up, pull your shoulders back down. Yeah. And then reverse that. So your arms go back, torso folds forward. Lift to a flat back. Take your weight to into your hands. You can jump back if you want, or step back. So you should be pretty warm. You can take a jump. It could be low plank or your belly. Up dog or low cobra. And down dog. We're going to take a couple more, and we're going to do them sort of like faster than we would. We're going to do like more Ashtanga speed, but without the pause, just to stay warm. So walk or hop, feet to hands. Lift to a flat back. Fold a little deeper. Maybe softening your knees to roll up, just to get that flexion in your back. Reach arms high, breath in. Good, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Weight into hands, step or float back. Up dog or low cobra. And down dog. One more time. Step or hop forward, flat back. And fold. Roll up, so push into your heels. Feel your belly push you up. Like imagine you're being pushed up. Arms reach high. Last time through, we fold. Flat back. Step or jump back. Up dog. So this is sort of taking place of burpees. And down dog. Right leg steps forward. If your weights are near you, grab them. If your weights are not near you, move around and grab them. We'll start this with weights. Okay. So you can have slightly heavier weights if you want it. You're bending into your front knee. You're going to, this is important. You take a weight in one hand, you bring it up to your thigh. Second weight, you bring it up to your thigh. So you don't try to move them both at once. You find your balance. You keep your spine in line with your back leg. Belly is strong. And you're gonna try a tricep bicep move on just the opposite arm as foot first. So arm goes back, arm moves forward. If you feel like your balance is good, and you could do both arms, you certainly may. But if both arms challenges your balance unproductively, it's just one arm. So we're reaching back, elbows don't move. The humerus bone is fixed in space. The elbow joint is moving. So it's triceps, and biceps, and triceps, and biceps, and hopefully the hamstring of your front leg. Squeeze, extend, squeeze, extend. Last time, squeeze and hold. Step your back foot forward. Stand all the way up. We're gonna do a 2-arm movement now. Your palms face you. It's called an Arnold press. And you push up and fall, palms face away from you. So palms face you. So you're standing, but this is what your arms look like. Palms face you, palms press, they face away. Palms face you, they press away. Palms face you, they lift and press away. Okay, you're standing to this movement. You could add a little squat. You could hold the squat, or you could make it like a little deeper squat, a little less squat. A little deeper, a little less. Hips low, hips a little higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold your arms in. We're going to switch legs. So whatever leg goes forward will now step back. You start with just the opposite arm to make sure balance is good. If you did both arms on the first side, you're doing both arms on this side. Extend, pull in, extend, squeeze. This is one of the few times where you can actually hyperextend because your elbow hyperextends. So I would, Meryl, try to hold the way back and hold it forward. So reach, hold, squeeze, hold. Reach, hold, yes, squeeze, hold. Paula, can you tip your chest forward a little more? Squeeze, extend, and squeeze. Nice. 2, 1, hold back. Now squeeze in, step your back foot forward. We're gonna hold. If the weights feel too heavy, you can lower them. We're just doing the static hold with your arms down. You're going to step back with your left foot. Left foot does not take a ton of weight. It's more of a tap. Left foot forward. Right back. Right forward. Or you can think of it a lunge and then press forward. Lunge and press forward. So it's either a tap, tap, or a lunge, alternating. Lunge. It could go as low as you want, and the back knee could bend if that feels okay. All right. So you're going to stay here with your legs. Keep doing this with your legs. Your legs are tapping back. Maybe you're lunging. And now your arms are gonna wing out. So, arms open, arms closed. Arms open, elbows stay close to your body. This is great rotator cuff work. You'll get this in PT if you hurt a rotator cuff, so why not do it proactively? Wing out and close, wing out and close. Four more sets. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, that is a set. Oh, yeah. All right. Stand tall, roll your shoulders back. Both weights in one arm if you can take it. This is our last arm move. We're gonna double up weights. We're gonna go into a little squat, and it's just a bicep curl. So curl. The emphasis on the curl. You can stand to do this. We've done biceps already, but we did them in combo and lighter weight. So hopefully you squeeze the top. Squeeze, slow release. So let's squeeze and release for a count of 2. 1, 2. Squeeze. 1, 2. Squeeze. 3 more. 2. Release. Slowly, beautiful. Last one, those are some serious arms there, Meryl. All right, switch sides.
Fake body.
It's a fake body?
Fake body.
God, I want that fake body. Squeeze,
I want
release,
yours.
release. Squeeze.
I like that opposite.
Freaky Friday?
Yeah.
Squeeze. 4, release, release. 5, release, release. You can do the squat if you want to, but it's really about the biceps. 3, release, release. 2, and last 1. All right, that was pretty good. That was your arm, your little arm section. Your shoulders back. Let's step our left foot back, hands frame the right foot. Feel your feet pull towards each other. So start out really feeling yourself engaging that. Pull the mat towards each other. Take your right arm out to the side and up. You're in a twist. Hand lowers down. You're still pulling the mat together. I feel my front leg working. Do you feel your front leg working? Yeah. So if you come in, so relax that pull and just be, right? This is nothing, right? Pull your feet together. Make it work. Yes, totally different. Okay, so now what this arm is gonna do is you're going to lift up, hand behind your head, and you're going to make it a little bit of a crunch. You pull your belly in, take your elbow down, so you're a little rounded, and lift. Keep pulling your legs together. Focus on your legs. Twist and lift. Twist and lift. My legs are dying, right? But I'm making it happen. I could let go of the work really easily. 4, lift. 3, lift. 2, 1. Hands down, back foot steps forward about a foot. I'm going to transition into pyramid pose. So pyramid feels like a great stretch. It should also keep some work in the quad. So engage your front quad. Pull your forehead to your front shin. This is the time to stretch when your muscles are warm. And when one set of muscles is working. All right, you can just swivel through center, face the other direction, come into that lunge, and then pull your feet together. Feel it fire up. If you need to, relax for a second, and then pull your legs together. Feel the energy. Take a big twist with your arms straight, and hand back down. Reaffirm, legs are working. They are pulling together. It is difficult. Hand behind your head. Lift, pull your belly in to take your elbow down, and lift up. Pull your legs together as you curl. See if you can keep that contraction static. You're holding it the whole time. If you can't hold it the whole time, contract your legs together as you curl in. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Back foot steps in. Front leg lengthens. Forehead reaching for your shin. Maybe you shake your head out. Maybe if you're close enough to the ground, you can stretch your wrists a little bit here. So if you can get your hands all the way down, you can play around with how this could also be a, yeah, I like that variation now. Tops and hands down. All right, so you are active in this pyramid pose. I am not relaxed, I am pulling my hips up. All right, keep your weights. Step your back foot forward. Your weights are handy. I'm gonna turn around, so see you guys. And you're gonna lower down towards the mat. You don't need to hold your weights yet. You just have them handy. Yeah.
A little extra challenge.
A little extra always. All right, so we're gonna do some Navasana, some upward boat, some teaser-like exercises. And I will start with the modification. If you know you can do a full teaser, you can go right into it. Modification is hands down, toes on the ground. Level up from that is legs parallel to the ground. Level up from that is arms as well. Level up is legs straight. Level up is arms overhead. I'm gonna do this. All right, so this is important that you round. So look at your navel, round your spine. Feel your sacrum, literally look at your navel. Yes, pull your low back to the ground. Pull your ribs to the ground. Your shoulder blades do not touch. Your legs do not move much. And then you roll back up. There's no momentum. So we're going to do 5. So if you didn't do that one, let's count this one as 1. And roll up. 2. Roll up. 3. Roll. Lift. 4. Lift. 5. Lift. And options, like always, you can like keep your heart rate up by taking your hands forward, jumping back, take a vinyasa. I'm not going to do that. My friends in the room are not going to do that. We're civilized people over here. All right, but you took a vinyasa. If you take a vinyasa, you're going to jump into sit. If you don't take the vinyasa, take your arms behind your back. Take this as a nice opportunity to stretch out your upper back. And we're all going to have our weights near us. Feet to the ground. Roll your spine back for bridge, but so they don't need to be super heavy weights. You're going to put your weights on your hip crease, right? Okay. So spine rounds up, you're in bridge, and you have those weights there to sort of press up into. Sometimes it's just helpful to have something to press into. So engage your glutes, press into the weights. I get rid of my little hair clip. Okay, and we're gonna start with one heel lifting at a time. So right heel lifts, left heel. Hips don't move. Hips are as high as they can be, and just one heel lifts at a time. All right, now both heels lift, heels and down, up and down. Hips don't move. So there's a little bit of flexion at the hip. But like if the weights were glow in the dark and you turned the lights out, you wouldn't see them move because your knees are lifting but your hips are not. Okay, and now we're gonna switch that. Now your toes lift, push your heels a little higher and your hips a little higher. And now heels stay up, we're doing some calf work. One hip at a time lifts. Right hip lifts, left, right, left. Stay up on your toes unless you get a cramp. Toe, or sorry, heel, heel, heel. No, those are your hips moving. Why am I struggling with body parts today? Hip, hip. I was reading about body dissociation today and somatic dissociation. Maybe I'm internalizing it.
It's funny, I thought about Hala today, and there she is.
And there she is.
Yes.
You willed her.
It's just amazing.
One hip at a
Felt
time.
her energy getting ready.
Yeah. All right, stay up and then lower your heels, lower your spine. A friend of mine who I haven't seen in over a year gave me a coat like a year and a half ago. I wore it yesterday and she called me. Like
See?
magic.
There's just something's in the air, some.
Your right hand, extend your left leg. So this is called leg stretch, which means that the leg is stretching. So your extended leg is stretching away from you. In fact, we're going to try not to bring this knee all the way in. It could easily come to here. We have to control it more if we don't let it come in all the way. We're going to go slowly. So switch, reach with this leg. Reach, reach. You can hold on to your legs or not. I'm actually using my hands to remind my legs to not come in all the way. Reach, 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 reach and hold. Hands behind your head. You're twisting. So at a diagonal twist towards your knee and twist. So again, try not to let the knee come in all the way. That's the hardest part for me. Reach with your toes. Twist with your trunk. Obliques and quads. So feel the quad of your extending leg. Feel all the obliques wrapping around your body. Try to keep your sacrum on the ground. So for you narrow people out there, that's a challenge. I have never struggled with keeping my sacrum on the ground. It's like gravity gets very intense there. All right, and now we come back to center. Now the legs are straight. So leg, leg, straight, straight. Now the one variation of this I learned this summer, which I really like, is the one that goes towards the ground actually touches. So that heel goes down, and I have to press down into the mat with this heel. As this leg comes in, I'm gonna get a little pulse. Pulse, switch, pulse, switch, pulse. This is the speed. Switch, pulse, switch. We'll do one more like this on each side. Legs stay straight, and we add the twist here. We don't pulse the body. The torso is going to twist, and the leg comes in. Twist, pulse. Twist, body stays, leg pulses. Switch, pulse, switch, pulse. The little pulse makes the hamstring work. It kind of stretches it out, so then when it goes back to the ground, it pushes in. Pulse. And center, head down, maybe your feet go down. That's a good warm up, right? Good little abdominal warm up. We're gonna go back into bridging. So, if you wanna do a little chest work, you can take your weights out to sort of hug a tree, unless you're really close to a wall like I am. So you hug and you lower, right? So my wrists never touch the ground. All right, so that chest work is optional, but we're gonna do it with bridging. So the bridging, I hope you do. So have your arms out in the hug and tree position, lift your hips, keep them up, and you can hug and release. Okay, so what's happening in your arms is pretty self-explanatory. I want you not to give into gravity though, like lower slowly. Lower. But what's happening, and now take a little attention to your legs. Make sure your feet are completely flat on the ground. Inside and outside edges. Push down into your feet to tuck your tailbone, to lift your legs a little higher. I hope you guys have excellent music playing. I am sorry to the crowd in the room that we do not.
Your voice is all in your.
I know, it's so musical, my voice. My children tell me that all the time.
I'm sure they do.
All right, the next time your arms are overhead, hold them there. Hold your weights over your belly, so in case you drop one, it doesn't hit you in the nose. And then if you're really strong, holding on to the weights, you can take them overhead, not touching your head, and then straight up. So slowly lower, please don't hit yourself in the head, slowly lift. Push into your feet, keep lifting your hips. Maybe even pull back with your heels towards your butt a little, feel your hamstrings engage even more. Lower and lift. I'm very excited to see if my back feels better after class. I was in a ton of pain this morning.
Oh, weird.
I think it's because I have these ridiculously large dogs, or one of them is big.
Yes.
And they sneak into my bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm too tired to kick them out. And they completely dominate, so there's no room for me. So I think I sleep in weird positions. Anyway, I'm excited. I think I feel better. So again, reminding myself that I just need to exercise to feel better. All right, weights down, weights up. They go all the way over. So if I drop them again, I'm not hitting myself in the nose. My hips are now, my weights are now over my hips. Yeah, I'm slowly gonna lower one weight at a time to my hips. I hope your legs feel like they don't wanna be here very much longer. Okay, good. Take your toes out, but leave your heel. So actually toe heel your feet out until your heels are wider than your hips. Yeah, perfect right there, Meryl. Don't move. And your toes are out. So heels, your feet are like in a very small second position. Should feel a little different. It accesses a different glute. And now we're gonna do a little lift and lower, just an inch. Lift and lower. Lift, lift. It's not a lift and drop, it's a lift, control, lower an inch. Lift, lower an inch. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. Lift and slowly lower. Okay. I'm gonna, so roll over to your side. Try to roll to face you a little more. We are super socially distanced. We are like, we are as asocial as we could be for being in the same room together.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, you're rolled over to your side. We're gonna do some good old Pilates side leg stuff. Okay, first one is really easy. Toe points, toe lifts, foot flexes, foot lowers. So if you recall, I like the lift to be intentional and the lower to actually be a squeeze at the bottom. Right, so it's slow, there's no momentum. Lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze. 3, squeeze, 4, squeeze, 5, squeeze, 5 more. 4. It is such a beautiful day out. I hope everybody is going for a long walk after this. I am not. I'm going to a doctor's appointment without a window, but that's okay. Dermatologist, gotta do it. All right. Knee down, toe down. It's a little Charleston. I learned this from my college aerobics teacher, Michael, in 1991 at the Body Shop on 106th and Broadway. It was the best, and it was like one of these, like it was a second floor studio. It wasn't very nice. It was pretty cheap. And all of the instructors were like Broadway dancers.
Of course.
Just super talented. It was absurd.
They're all doing Pilates and whatnot on Instagram. All of them.
Yeah.
From all the top companies.
Oh.
You can take beginner classes. You can take.
No wonder I'm not getting any views anymore. All right, knee to knee, kick up, knee down, kick. So this is for your glute, knee, kick. No, it really, all of this stuff going virtual is fascinating to me because it does occur to me, like, how many yoga teachers, if 10,000, I took a Peloton class yesterday that 120,000 people had taken.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
And I was like, how many spin teachers do you need? If 120,000 people can take the class.
Oh, my daughter and son-in-law just bought one. It hasn't come yet. It comes November 11th.
Yeah, I ordered mine the day of shutdown. And I got it in 3 weeks. And then they sold out for 3 months.
Yeah.
So now I'm bringing my knee all the way into this elbow. It's a little more glute. It's a little different. So when you change your range of motion, you change the little muscles that are moving. Hold a little longer. Hold at the close. Hold at the kick. Hold at the close. Hold at the kick. 3, kick. And when I kick back, I'm lifting a little. I'm almost making a rainbow shape, and this is the last one. Thank God, because my glue can't do it. All right. Front knee forward. Bottom leg lift. So these exercises, I understand you don't feel them. It's okay. They're not supposed to be like this. I don't mean all of them. I mean these inner thigh exercises.
Yeah.
They're good for our range of motion. They're good for the hip joint to remember that your leg can cross midline. It doesn't have to feel like a lot. It's just to keep your hip moving in that direction. So I'm making a circle. I'm trying to take my leg as high as it can so it's crossing the midline of my body as much as it can. 3, 2, and 1, and the other direction. Have you taken one? Have you taken Broadway Pilates?
I have taken little bits and pieces, almost a bit of Lamone, something with Lamone, but it was dance, it wasn't.
Oh, cool.
But I see them teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are they getting paid? And then lower. Okay,
I
I
don't
can start
know.
all that at the end. Lift up and switch sides.
Because there's no place to make a donation, so maybe they are.
Or
And they
maybe it's Venmo or Patreon where you have to look at their bio.
maybe, I don't know. I didn't do very many of them, but I just know that I now say Lamone Live, Hubbard Street Live.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Close. Point lift. And close. I have a cousin who's a ex-ballet dancer, and she's a Pilates teacher in LA. And she actually, like, her classes have stayed completely the same. She has the same students, she just has them online. But, like, she's had 0 atrophy.
Wow.
Or attrition. Attrition is the word I was looking for, sorry. I mean, she has small classes, and they're mainly, you know, they're full adults. So I think, you know, they're people who like consistency.
Right.
All right, close and knee and toe. And
What are you gonna do when this place closes?
I don't know yet. I'm talking to. I have a friend who does a totally different modality. Like she sort of invented her own thing. She's a dancer, Pilates teacher, and I'm going. She called me last night actually. She's the one whose coat I was wearing.
Well,
And so I'm going to talk to her on Friday. I have a physical therapist who I'm friendly with, who I've talked to about renting space. But I think it's hard. I think like everything's so disparate now. I don't, like my confidence in getting like a solid group of students is low because I think people are going to be going so many different places or state. I mean, I'm not really clear on what's happening.
right.
All right, now it's knee, kick.
I feel like the situation's changing all the time anyway, you don't know what it would be.
No,
Kick back more.
yeah, because we're not going to stay with the gym. I don't want to use the weight room.
I don't use, I'm.
Did you
I
used to use
used to use it, but
And now knee to elbow. Do you have weights at home?
I have some weights at home. I'm gonna get a TRX strap.
That TRX is great.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be awesome. if you
it's not the same.
could- No, that's the thing though, I think sometimes you still need that instruction, you know what I mean? Like I think,
Yeah, well, I like the camaraderie.
Yeah, I do too. Jane Allen was saying one day that she'll turn a class on and 10 minutes later she'll leave.
Well, I noticed dust on my floor and dust on my drink, and I'll get up and dust.
Right.
It's not a good thing. It's seriously.
Lift it up a little higher. And down. All right, bottom leg lifts.
You have to do this?
Yes. Circles. Back 10, 9, 8. I take a Pilates reformer class online, and it's just 2 other people, and I love it.
You do.
Yeah, and I
But
feel
you have all our equipment, so. you can
I
use-
do, and she is watching us on screen the whole
Right.
time and lets us get away with nothing. 3, 2, 1, other direction. Four, 3, 2, and
I am
1.
hopeful this isn't gonna be the rest of my life, fine.
Okay, let's
We
take a
will get back to
wide
something.
straddle. Yeah, I am too, but I'm not. But I don't know. I mean, every once in a while, it occurs to me like, oh, you know what? Like emerging viruses happen all the time. Like this might be the future.
I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, I hope not too.
I am really hopeful.
All right, reach forward.
And I know the numbers are rising, they're rising like crazy.
Fake news.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Don't
What
be
do
afraid.
What do the English think of like what's going on in the United States right now? Paula, do your parents call you and say, well, what are you doing in crazy land?
Yeah, they do look like that.
Oh,
My
man.
friends, yes.
All right, well, my son's squash coach is English, and I feel like he talks as though he thinks he's living in Disneyland. I mean, he has like this incredible objective perspective. Like he can talk about it like he's not here, and every once in a while I have to say, you know that you're a part of this now. Like don't
Right,
quit talking about it like it's us versus you.
yeah.
You're here with us. All right, I hope you're reaching over to one side, and then reaching over to the other. All right, for those of you who joined us online, we're sorry you weren't here. It would have been nice to have your contributions verbally and otherwise. All right, Hala, you can lean back like that, but flex your quads. Yeah, and try to sit up a little more. Yeah. We're not all gonna look like Marilyn.
For you.
You're the dancer.
Yeah.
All right, bring your feet together.
Old husband.
Feet on the ground, hands wide. You take your knees side to side. Oh, I'm losing my Zoom screen. Sorry, Zoom. I don't have you guys all lined up right. It is did you ever see Brazil, the Terry Gilliam movie?
No.
It's like one of these post-apocalyptic comedies. And I feel like that when I'm looking into two cameras and a group of people. I'm like the dysfunctional newscaster who doesn't know where to look. All right, keep your knees to one side, twist to the other. Hips go back, knees to one side, twist to the other. Do you have plans? Do you have plans for what's next, or are you trying to figure it out?
I don't have plans.
The big problem is, and I was talking to the woman I might run space with, is it's just the economy of it being is so different.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
No.
So roll down on your back. Squeeze your knees in. If you can roll like a ball, if you're on a soft surface and you can roll up, you're gonna roll all the way up. Find your balance point. Roll back to your shoulder blades. Roll back up. So you're rolling if that's accessible to you. If that's not happening or if it's uncomfortable to you, bring your knees in and make circles with your knees to massage out your. So Meryl, because you do this so beautifully, I want you to like take that pink ball and put it between your heels and your thighs. Between your heels and your butt. Yes, yes.
Body parts, you know.
Roll, now roll. Yep, see? So you can do that. Oh, so you could do it without the ball, but using the ball will certainly remind you. All right. Okay, I'm gonna time out of Insta, so I'm turning you guys out. Take it easy. Thank you. I can't see who's there, but thank you guys. Take it easy, bye. All right, so take a nice stretch that feels good to you while I'm saving this. Can't tell what I'm posting on. Okay, I don't know if anybody was on Zoom, but the class is recorded. So anybody can watch it later. I'd like to end the meeting.